The Vernonian product cycle theory, also known as the International Product Life Cycle Theory, was developed by American economist Raymond Vernon in 1966 to explain the shift in international trade and production patterns for manufactured goods. The theory suggests that a product goes through a life cycle that determines where it is most efficiently produced and where it is sold globally. This model was proposed to help explain trade dynamics not fully accounted for by earlier theories, like the Heckscher-Ohlin model, particularly the dominance of U.S. firms in post-World War II innovation and exports. The stages of the product cycle. Vernon's model typically describes the product's journey in three main stages, primarily from the perspective of the innovating or developed country, historically the United States. 1. New product stage. Innovation. Production location. The innovating country, high-income, developed economy, is the sole producer. Characteristics. The product is new, often sophisticated and unstandardized. Production uses highly skilled labor for R&D, modifications and testing, and is initially small-scale and flexible. Trade pattern. Consumption is limited mainly to the home market due to high initial prices and the need for close proximity to demanding customers and R&D facilities for rapid feedback. Exports are minimal or non-existent. 2. Maturing product stage, growth and export. Production location. Production remains primarily in the innovating country, but begins to shift to other developed countries. Characteristics. Demand expands in the home country and begins to grow in other developed countries with similar income levels. The product design becomes more standardized, allowing for mass production techniques and economies of scale, which lowers the production cost. Trade pattern. The innovating country becomes a major exporter to other developed countries. As foreign demand grows and production techniques become known, firms may begin foreign direct investment, FDI, to produce in other developed countries to meet local demand and save on transportation/tariff costs. 3. Standardized product stage, standardization and import. Production location. Production shifts overwhelmingly to developing countries, low-income economies. Characteristics. The product and its production process are entirely standardized, mature, and require relatively low-skilled labor for assembly. Competition is intense, making production cost, especially labor cost, the key factor. Trade pattern. The innovating country loses its export advantage and eventually becomes an importer of the now low-cost, standardized product from the developing countries. Other developed countries also import from the low-cost locations. Contributions and criticisms. Contributions. Dynamic explanation. The theory provides a dynamic explanation for changes in trade patterns and the location of production over time, showing how a country's comparative advantage can change. Explains FDI. It helps explain why companies from developed countries engage in foreign developed investment, initially in other developed nations to serve local markets, and later in developing nations to capitalize on lower labor costs. Links innovation to trade. It effectively links technological innovation and its diffusion across the globe to the patterns of international trade and investment. Criticisms. Focus on U.S. context. The model was heavily influenced by the U.S. experience in the 1960s, assuming that new products are generally developed in high-income countries. Globalization and MNCs. The model is less relevant today, as modern multinational corporations, MNCs, have global scanning capacities, often launching products simultaneously worldwide and locating different stages of production, including R&D in multiple countries from the start to optimize costs and skills, regardless of the product's age. Does not explain all trade. It primarily focuses on technology-intensive manufactured goods and is less applicable to non-innovative, resource-intensive, or undifferentiated products. Raymond Vernon's Product Life Cycle Theory under International Trade Law is a video that explains this theory of international trade.